section for basic structure language subjects. Today I will be talking about grammatical gender in French. Okay, let's begin our journey. Let's go. First, I will define the meaning of grammatical gender in French. In linguistics, grammatical gender is a form of noun-class system in which the division of noun classes forms an agreement system with another aspect of the language. For example, verbs, articles, pronouns, or even adjectives. Okay. This system is used approximately in a quarter of this world. 25% of this world uses grammatical gender in their country. If your native language doesn't have a grammatical gender, then your big question may be why before how. Why are some nouns boy and girls? How does a noun have a gender? Surely they don't have the anatomy to make a distinction, right? Allow me to explain this insanity. In French, all nouns have grammatical genders, that is, feminine and masculine, for the purposes of grammar only. Most nouns that express entities with gender, for example, human and animal, use both a feminine form and a masculine form. For example, the two words for actor in French is acteur for masculine and actrice for feminine. The nouns that express entities without gender, for example, objects or abstract concepts, they only have one form. It can be either feminine or masculine. For example, la voiture, the car, can only be feminine, and le stylo, the pen, can only be masculine. One of the most interesting elements for people who are learning French grammatical gender is that all nouns are either masculine or feminine. Unlike Spanish or Italian, where you can usually pretty clearly tell the gender of a noun by its ending, French has less obvious patterns to determine the gender.
Tip number 3 is the category rule. So the category rule is definitely my favorite tip because it works all the time. So you have categories of words that are feminine and categories of words that are masculine. So in the feminine category, you have words like names of cars. For example, une Porsche, une Jeep.
There are a few words pairs where one word is masculine and the others is feminine, but they are spelled the exact same way. Their gender is the only thing that distinguishes their meaning. For example, un livre is a book and une livre is a pound. Number 2. Gender helps remove some ambiguities. Let's look at the following examples. J'ai acheté une chemise et un noir magazine, mais elle est trop grande. I bought a shirt and a ring at the store, but it is too big. For English speakers, this sentence is ambiguous. Which item is big, the shirt or the ring? You have to specify. In French, it is obvious that elle refers to une chemise because they are both feminine. Let's take a look at one of the proof that this phenomenon really exists. From the journal written by Cheryl Frank Mestre, the present study examined the processing of grammatical gender in French as a function of language background in France itself. Next, a journal written by Deborah M. Hardison. This paper presents the findings of 3 studies which revealed that learners of French are able to take advantage of gender noun-ending correspondences in making gender decisions. Let's look at the first effects. First, effects on perception. Grammatical gender is unfortunately not uniform across languages. While a word in German may be feminine, it may be masculine in Spanish and neuter in French. It is easy to get confused and apply the incorrect gender if you are fluent in another language, such as English. Moving on to the next effects. Effect on cognition. Let's take a look at an example in one study. Russian speakers were asked to personify the days of the week. They consistently personified the grammatically masculine days as males and the grammatically feminine days as females. When asked why they did this, they were unable to explain themselves. Weird, right? To sum up, there must have been a good reason for such system to develop. One theory is that categorizing nouns in such a way helps people to keep track of the subject in a long and complex sentence, since the adjectives and determinants will take on the typical gender inflections.